Problema nyo rin ba, yung tama naman ang inyong trading directional bias, pero laging nahihit ang stop loss nyo? Diba nakakainis yun? Well, hindi kayo nag-iisa. So, lahat naman tayo naka-experience niyan. But, if you want to learn the solution to that, and at the same time, tuturuan ko rin kayo paano ma-master ang inyong trading breakout strategy, please watch the rest of the video. What is good mga champion, and welcome back to another video. So for today's video guys, so again, ang main issue natin ngayon is tamang placement ng stop loss. So again, di ba nakakainis yung napakatagal ng inintay mong setup? Tama naman ang naging resulta ng bias of direction, pero lagi ka na stop out, di ba? So sobrang nakakainis yun. And actually for most people, it's a waste of time, di ba? Kaya yung iba napipilitan hindi maglagay ng stop loss. Pero ang problema kasi doon, you are exposing more of your capital or all of your capital into risk. So, ayaw natin yan. So, kailangan pa rin meron tayong proper risk management. And gamitin natin yung stop loss placement as a tool. So, ang problema nyo lang ngayon, saan ba natin dapat ilagay? Okay? So, plus, sabi ko nga, tuturuan ko rin kayo paano ma-master ang inyong trading breakout strategy. Lalo na kung ikaw ay short-term trader. So just one big announcement guys, if you're fond of trading cryptocurrencies, so again, why not turn your trading skills into profits and win as much as 15,000 US dollars. So paano nga ba yun? Tickmill is currently running a crypto trading challenge that you can win as much as 15,000 US dollars. So you may check the details at the website. Just click the link at the description below. Tickmill has been running a lot of promotions nowadays, so take advantage of that. So use your time well and turn that into profits. So syempre hindi mawawala, no? So I'm pretty much excited, and if you want to be part of our growing TFP VIP Champions community, you might want to check out our 90-day Forex one-on-one mentorship program. So as I have said, I do have two options for you guys. So first thing is yung option 1 natin for one-on-one mentorship via Zoom. And for the option 2, lalo na kung meron kayong difficulties on your schedules, so this is your opportunity to learn the TFP Champion system at your own pace. So this includes masterclass recorded lessons that you can review anytime at your own convenience. So without further ado, let's get straight to our lesson. Right, so the main issue now is you always being stopped out, or most of the time nasa-stop out ka. Okay? Kahit tama yung inyong directional bias. So, there are two ways on how you have to place your stop loss. Number 1 is the amateur way of placing stop losses. Okay? And the second thing is the professional way of placing stop losses. And that is where I provide you the teachings paano at saan ba talaga dapat ilagay yung inyong stop loss. Alright? So, but before anything else, okay, sabi nga natin, in relation to that, okay, I will teach you as well how to master your breakout trading strategy. Okay? Most of the people, yan yung gusto kasi they want to ride along with the market. So, given that, you have to take advantage of the volatility. Ika nga. So, in relation din sa tinatawag nating stop losses, kaya ka nahihirapan at kaya ka na-stop out kasi you don't have any idea how volatile the market is. So, kung titignan natin to, okay, so speaking of breakout, diba? So, the purpose kasi of you riding along with the chart is to take advantage of that impulsive move. Okay, yung impulse na yan, yan yung gusto natin. Okay, apparently, masyadong nagiging complex yung mga ways on how to tackle breakout, diba? But today, I will teach you what we call as chain of events method. Ibig sabihin yan, you have to know or you have some expectation ano yung mangyayari right after there is a certain breakout. So, ano yung tinatawag kong chain of events. Okay? So, if I were to check itong structure natin on a daily, okay, kailangan nyo maintindihan na every time frame magkakakonect lang yan. So, I'll try to make it simple for today's lesson. So, gagamitin natin yung time frame natin ng daily, okay, H1 and 5 minutes. Okay? So, bakit? we will dive starting from the higher time frame, incorporating top-down analysis from daily, then going to a much more detailed structure. So, syempre, yung daily candle mo, mahahati yan into 24 candles. That will provide you the information dito sa ating H1. And from that H1, we want to refine our entries para makakuha tayo ng short-term opportunity. Take note, when I'm dealing with breakouts, I don't normally go for a long opportunity or long-term perspective. Normally, I just take advantage of that impulsive move and then get out from the market. Alright? So, ang goal natin is just in and out, short-term trading opportunity lamang. Alright? So, again, gagamitin natin daily, H1, and 5 minutes. Okay? So, speaking of structure, so, syempre, kailangan marunong kayo magbasa ng structure. So, provided it is quite evident na nasa level tayo of seller's territory, di ba? So, just to make it simple, right? So, meron tayong level of resistance dito. Just mark this as my level of what? Of resistance. Lakayan lang natin. Right. So, again, this is where most people will take their sells, di ba? Kasi bakit? Yun yung duro. Literally, buy at support, sell at resistance. Okay? But, if you are smart enough, okay, you always have to be patient and wait for the right timing and opportunity. So, again, usually, kapag breakout trader tayo, we always want to make sure na meron tayong valid breakout. So, ano yung tinatawag kong valid breakout? Okay. So, given that, when you talk about valid breakout, you always want to make sure na meron tayong closed body candle above ng inyong support or resistance line. So, in this case, nasa above tayo ngayon ng resistance area or territory. That means, nag-close na yung market settling above your level of sellers. Okay? So, that means, is it smart enough na right away, bibili na ako dahil lang may breakout? For most people, di ba may tinatawag tayong break and retest. Okay? So, if I were to start daily, that would take time. Tama? So, the reason the chain of events method is only much appreciative or much beneficial kapag short-term trade ka lang. Kasi bakit? Gusto natin masakyan, alin? Yung tinatawag nating momentum. Okay? That means you just want to ride along with that impulsive move. Para kasabay nun, you make money and then you get out easily. Okay? So, if you're thinking of break and retest, in this case, probably you may have to wait few more days, di ba? Okay? Hindi naman agad-agad minsan nagpo-pull back. It takes at least one candlestick in between sa pullback. Okay? Hindi mo siya kasi pwedeng tawagin pullback kapag right after lang siya ng breakout. That would invalidate yung inyong breakout. Kapag ganito yung nangyari, right away bumalik, this is not a valid breakout. This is just a false breakout. Make sure na kapag kayo ay magbabalidate ng pullback, hanggat maaari, merong one candle in between nung pagbalik. Okay? At least may one candle ka in between nung inyong impulsive move at yung inyong correction. Okay? At least ganyan. May isa kang difference or candlestick in between. Alright? So, given that would take time. Diba? Kung ako maghahanap ako ng opportunity for breakout, it would take more time, few more days, depende. What if ganito yung mangyari sa market? Diba? Hihintay ka pa rin ng retest, you already lost many opportunities. Diyan papasok yung understanding and skill pagdating sa short-term trading. Alright? Yun yung ituturo ko ngayon. So, chain of events means kapag nagkaroon tayo ng valid close body candle above ng inyong key level, let's say in this case, resistance, ang aim mo ngayon is buying, tama? So, ang goal natin masabayan nga yung impulsive move. So, paano ko gagawin yun? Okay? Now that we have a valid breakout, okay, kukunin natin yung highest point reached nung candlestick na nag-breakout na yun. So, in this case, so yun pa. Yan, itong price level na to. Okay? Kasi yan yung top wick. That means, hindi mo siya nag-settle, inabot niya pa rin yung price value niyan. So, anong gagawin ko? That's the time I will go down sa mas mababang time frame to see what is happening dito. Kasi bakit? Itong candlestick nito will be broken down into series of candles. Let's say each one yan, that would be 24 candles in total. Okay? So, pupunta ako ngayon ng 1 hour time frame to validate if I can look for opportunity, can find opportunity dito. Okay? Just so, masabayan ko yung impulsive move up. That would be the chain of events. So, punta tayo ng H1 time frame. Okay? Sa H1 time frame, take note, nagkaroon tayo ng another set of structure, di ba? So, in this case, dito ka na mag-aabang. Okay? Bakit? We have to make sure na yung top portion mo na to, let's say, balik tayo sa daily. Okay, apologize for that. Balik tayo sa daily. Kung iintayin ko kasi itong magkaroon pa ng follow-up move at breaking tong highest point reach o tong week na yan, I lost that opportunity. Kasi bakit? Isang araw na yung nakalipas, diba? I want to make sure na makuha an opportunity within that day. So, that's the reason I will go down ng sa lower time frame para makaset up ako and have an early preparation. Ika nga. So, anong gagawin ko dito? Is meron na tayong highest point value. Okay? I want to make sure na mag-breakout ulit dyan. Again, chain of events. Breakout ulit and then retest naman sa mas mababang time frame. In comparison sa daily, I don't have to wait few days, 1 or 2 days, or couple of 2, para lang makuha ng setup. Okay? I may have to wait for now, pero it's just a matter of 1, 2, or 3 hours as long as within the day. So, makakahanap pa rin ako ng opportunity na hindi natatapos ang isang araw. That's the reason, bumaba na ako ng lower time frame. So, punta tayo ng lower time frame. Ang goal natin, mabasag lang ulit ang highest point reach and then magkaroon ng retest. Doon mo ngayon i-apply yung break and retest method nyo. Alright? So, as basic as it is, marami pa rin hindi nakakintindi because siguro yung nagtuturo sa inyo may not be that good or really doesn't know how to apply yung break and retest. Diba? Para lang kayo nanghuhula ng retest. There are many retests na hindi naman valid. So, again, if you really want to know all of that, okay, better check out our mentorship program para maintindihan yung mga basic concepts na yun. Again, break and retest is just a basic approach. Ano nangyari dito? Again, patience will take place. I have to be disciplined na mag-breakout muna to validate. Kasi kung hindi mag-breakout yan, then obviously, I don't have to take a trade for now. Diba? So, that is setting your boundaries when and where to take the trade. Okay? So, ngayon, ano nangyari dito? Okay? Again, a valid breakout should be close body above yung level na kailangan mo i-break. Alright. So, in this case, meron tayong breakout. Diba? So, it's a proof that market really wants to go up kasi you have broke through. Okay? Although hindi pa tapos yung isang araw kasi I'm not in a daily candle. I'm just on an hourly candle. So, that means, nabasag ko na yung previous highest point reach ng daily candle. So, gawa ko na lang to ng label para previous daily high. Right? Make this smaller. Yan. Ito yung previous daily high, right? Top week. So, ngayon, karoon tayo ng breakout sa within that forming daily candle. Okay, so I'm now in this level. So what I want to do is mark again my same rule, diba? Chain of events. I'm just following up or having that follow through dun sa movement ng price kasi I want to capitalize nga yung impulsive move na nangyari. So ito yung ating previous high, previous H1 high. Okay? So, do I necessarily have to break this out? Malalaman natin. But, to validate that market wants to go up, okay, dyan na papasok yung ating retest. Okay? So, ang goal lang natin, at least makakita man tayo ng ng ating correction. Okay? Or buying pressure candle natin. Okay? So, nagkaroon ng breakout. Again, we want to have a retest. Okay? So, at least one candle gap. So, we have broke through na yung break candle dito sa H1. So, again, ang goal ko na lang is a retest of that. Okay. So, ngayon, nagkaroon na tayo ng what? Ng retest. Alright? So, ito na yung retest. Bakit? Meron na akong one candle in between. As I mentioned, nagiging valid lang yung ating what? yung ating retest kapag meron kang in-between candle, at least one. So ngayon, nagkaroon ng retest not only in this previous H1 high, but it even pierced through, di ba, below. So that means, it really tested itong level na to. But considering this is a buying pressure candle, provided yung inyong nature ng candlestick formation, kasi bakit? Mas mahaba yung wick, okay, and then nag-recover siya, closing slightly below your entry price, okay? So, that means, or opening price rather. Ngayon, ang gagawin ko na is what? Itong level na to. Yan. Kita ko lang. So, kapag ito is tinilip ko sa 5 minutes, doon na ako makakapag-define ng entry. Kasi bakit? This is the actual pullback doon sa ating previous high na H1. So, that would give me an opportunity na mas makapasok ng mas maaga kasi nga, I am now refining within this candlestick. Okay? So, anong nangyari dito? I will look sa lower time frame to set up another entry or execution. Okay? So, take note, chain of events, binasag natin yung previous daily high. Okay? So, given that, yung break candle na ginamit sa H1 is kailangan mo rin basagin at mag-retest doon. So, dito na nag-a-apply yung inyong break and retest. Okay? So, sa retest na yan, anong gagawin ko? Dito ko nasisilipin sa loob nito yung lower time frame execution para nga masabayan ko yung move pataas. So, I will go now to 5 minutes. Alright. Okay. So, sa 5 minutes, anong gagawin natin? Same rule, di ba? So, same rule, we have to break out, okay? Kaya nga chain of events, paulit-ulit na yung nangyari, but we need to validate. So, ngayon, kanina, nagbe-breakout ako sa H1 ngayon, I need to break out to a level of a high, saan? Sa 5 minutes. So, again, the highest peak would be this one, di ba? Okay? So, ito yung kailangan kong basagin. To validate, kung talagang tataas yan. So, nakita nyo, I am dissecting time frame every time frame para makuha ko yung gusto ko in terms of momentum. Kasi bakit? If magpa-follow through lang naman yan ng bullish momentum, it will just happen the same thing ng paulit-ulit, di ba? So, kung makita nyo, I'm just doing the same thing na ginagawa ko mula daily H1 and ngayon, I'm just doing it sa 5 minutes. So, patience-wise, napaikli ko yung waiting time. Instead na maghintay ako ng ilang araw, I'm just waiting kanina, few hours, ngayon, few more minutes kasi nasa 5 minutes na ako. So, ang goal ko, mabasag tong highest point reach yung value na yun. So, ito ngayon, yung highest point ng what? Ng 5 minute. Okay. Alright. So, meron na ba tayong break? Wala pa. So, meaning, it just retested itong resistance area. So, resistance area or zone, it doesn't matter. Ang point doon, market didn't push through and close above this level. So, that would not convince me to take a long opportunity yet. Okay? So, yeah. So, dito, check natin. Not yet. So, see, there will be plenty of 5 minutes. But ang point doon, I'm just waiting few more minutes instead of me waiting for days, diba? So, that's why breakout strategy is actually applicable or mas beneficial kapag short term yung ginagawa mo. Kasi nababantay mo siya and you're actually doing the same process na paulit-ulit lang. So, nakita nyo yung tinatawag kong chain of events. Not quite. Okay, scan lang natin to. Ba't natin to zone top portion ng line na yan. Alright? So, mula dito, okay, lalabas, meron na tayong breakout candle. So, ito na yung pinaka-final na breakout na kailangan mo. Kasi you are now already at the refinement ng 5 minutes. Not unless pumunta ka pa ng 1 minute. Okay? I don't advise na mag-trade kayo sa 1 minute. That would be a lot of noise na pagdating sa time frame na yun. So, obviously, meron tayong close body above ng ating top highest point ng 5 minutes. So, when I talk about chain of events, ito yung sinasabi ko. We are now actually analyzing from daily, going to H1, going to 5 minutes on a top-down analysis level or perspective. Okay? So, ibig sabihin yan, ina-analyze natin siya in such a way na systematic yung approach and it's just following yung paulit-ulit na process. Kaya siya tinawag na chain of events. Kasi what you have done here will be done as well in the mid time frame and your lowest execution time frame. Right? So, ngayon, ang pinaka-ultimate question, saan ako papasok? Normally, pagka ganyan, 5-minute level, you still have time to react. Kaya ang ginagawa ko is I use limit orders. I can use instant execution, pero again, talo ako sa spread, di ba? But if you want the tightest spread available, you can directly execute, okay? Basta gumamit kayo ng Tickmill, alright? So, again, I'm not singling out Tickmill as one of the best brokers out there that you can try. There are plenty. I actually do have plenty of brokers to, either diversify my capital naman in that sense. Pero again, as a recommendation, Tickmill is one of the best brokers with the tight spread available sa market. Alright? So again, paano ko entry? I use limit orders. Isang ko ilalagay limit order. Okay? It's a buy limit order. So, kung hindi nyo pa alam gumamit ng limit order, I have plenty of lessons and you can check that out from my past videos. Okay? The limit order meaning nakaabang na ako ng entry sa ilalim. Isang kukunin yon. Hanapin mo yung last bearish candle. Okay? At kunin mo doon yung highest point reach at doon ka maglagay ng limit order. So, that means kung last bearish candle yon, that would be normally saan? Sa ilalim. Okay? So, dito ako maglalagay ng ating entry. Ito yung last bearish candle, di ba? So, ito yung magiging entry point ko. Para lang malinaw. This would be my this would be my entry point. Okay. So, dito, i-address ko na yung comment ng one of our avid follower, subscriber, or even supporter natin. Okay? From the name of Jen. Okay? Pero yung kanyang username would be Mark or something like that. Okay? So, I'll just post his or her comment dito sa screen. Okay? Tingnan nyo na lang. So, sabi, how can they use ATR? Okay? So, again, sabi nga, there are two ways of placing stop loss. One is the amateur way of placing it, and the other one is the professional way of using it. And one of that is using ATR. So, ano nga ba yung ATR? ATR is average true range. Okay? So, the amateur way, again, gagawin ko muna yung amateur way. Okay? Kung kailan usually kayo laging na-stop out, diba? So, ito yung amateur way of placing stop loss. Okay? Ano ba usually ginagawa natin, diba? Naghahanap tayo ng may wick tapos structure. Usually, dito kayo naglalagay. Diba? Most of the time. Okay? And sometimes, diba, medyo tight. And amateur way of placing stop loss, sometimes binibilang nyo pa yan. Okay? Let's say 10 pips or what. So, in this case, normally, what people do is, it average natin, no? So, from this point, nagbibilang kayo ng gagawin mo natin ng setup. Yung entry, amateur way of placing stop loss is roughly here. Okay? So, since 5 minutes to, that would be this much. Okay? So, again, ang point dito is, the reason na stop out kayo kasi you don't have any idea what are the past volatility, okay, rate nung inyong historical structure. Okay? Kailangan nyo kasi magkaroon kayo ng information when it comes to volatile market. Or ano yung mga historical volatility range na binibigay ng chart from the past, let's say, 20 days, 15 days, or so. Okay? So, ito yung amateur way. Yung iba nga, bumibilang pa ng di ba? From this lowest week, bibilang pa kayo ng 5 pips or 2 to 3 pips. So, let's say, dito ka, bilang ka ng 5 pips. Okay? Difference. Okay? Kung 7 to, let's say, 12. Okay, siguro mga 12 ang inyong stop loss. Okay. So, labas, parang dito, di ba? Okay, ideally. So, mukha lang siya malaki kasi naka-zoom. Pero, tight yan, di ba? So, 12 pips. Or, roughly, naglalaro sa average na 10 to 12 pips. Okay, or average 10 pips para sa mga short-term traders. So, lalabas dito yung inyong stop loss. Amateur way of placing stop loss. So, lagay ko na para baka misinterpret na naman ako. Amateur SL. Okay. So, yan. So, okay, take profit, different story naman. Pero usually ako, ini-aim ko lang 1:3. Okay, 1:3. Yan, okay. So, kung titingnan natin, let's see what will happen, okay? Either mag-place ka ng entry sa tamang approach ko, itong limit order, o mag-instant execute ka. Okay, either of the two, okay, let's see what will happen sa stop loss mo, alright? So, ito yung kahalaga ng you have the information to know what is an ATR, how to apply it, and ano nga ba talaga yung information when it comes to volatility. Pag wala ka nun, manghuhula ka lang talaga ng paglalagay mo ng stop loss. So, ano nangyari dito? Okay. So, yeah, tumaas yung market. So, probably, some people, okay, taking advantage na dito. Ay, umikita na kayo. Happy na, di ba? Happy. So, relax ka na yan. Hala mo lang, di ba? So, nilagay ko yung blue line for amateur way of trading. Ito yung amateur way of trading tsaka yung placement stop loss kasi normally naka-instant execution kayo. Hindi pa naka-limit order. So, adjust ko lang to para kita nyo. Right? So, mag-pull back. Sabihin nyo, retest lang yan. It's fine. Nothing wrong. Diba? So, see what happens. Yan. So, masaya ka na ulit kasi nag-green. Diba? Kaya nasisiraan ng ulo iba kasi nagmamonitor ka sa lower time frame. But, nothing wrong with that. It's just that is a different shift ng momentum lagi every time nag-iiba yung kulay ng candle. Diba? So, again, it's not wise na mag-monitor ka sa, yan, see. Na-stop out ka, di ba? For what reason? Hindi dahil mali ang bias mo. Maybe tama talaga yung bias mo after mag-play out tong trade. Apparently, sa tagal mo ng setup, di ba? Na-stop out ka. And you would always think na na-stop out ka because you are wrong in terms of direction. But basically, hindi. You are wrong in terms of timing and not knowing yung volatility information. So, dito na papasok or would come into place yung ATR, okay? So, ako, by experience, alam ko na kasi saan maglalagay. And all of that topic, concepts, is tinuturo ko sa VIP mentorship program. But nevertheless, I'll give you a certain tool, okay? Hindi naman talaga ako fan ng indicator, but this indicator might be a good help, diba? So, average, or lagay nyo lang, ATR, okay? Average true range, okay? So, magkakaroon kayo ngayon ng parang andito graph or indicator sa ilalim. Okay? So, kung makita nyo, ATR or average true range is sinusukat niya yung average past volatility information. Okay? In what period? Okay? Doon nyo siya isa-set. Okay? So, by default, it is 14. That means, you are getting the average volatility in terms of pips, okay, from the past 14 days. Okay? Or 14 candles in that sense. So, since nasa 5 minutes tayo, 14 candles. Okay? So, paano kukunin yung pips na yan? Okay? Kung makita nyo, may value tong, diba? May value dito. Ito, kita nyo ba yung binilugan ko? Okay? Magbibilang lang kayo ng 1, 2, 3. Mag-start kasi yung double digit niyan, saan? Sa third digit. Okay? So, meaning yung 4th digit yung first candle. So, that would be 8 pips on an average. Okay? So, paano kung malalaman yung average true range is itatapat nyo siya, okay, sa candle na gusto nyo sukatin. For example, ang reference nyo is itong may wick na black candle na tinuturo ko. Okay? Meaning, from the past 14 candles, ang average true range niya or average volatility from the past was 8 pips. Meaning, yung laki ng candle roughly naglalaro sa 8 pips. Okay? So, yun yung volatility, okay, na tinatawag. Or that means, how aggressive yung laki ng candle would be from the past 14 candles. Okay? So, ngayon, ang tamang way of placing stop loss, susukatin natin using, alisin ko muna to Okay? So, remember, may entry doon sa past. Okay? This is the proper way of placing entry and stop loss So, convert na natin to professional way or ideal, right? So ngayon, yung entry ko, sabi nga gumagamit ako ng limit order. So let's just wait. Ayan. So, di ba, na-stop out ko initially sa amateur way. So, ngayon, definitely na-trigger na ako kasi tinamaan na yung aking limit order. Ito yun, nakaabang na ako. Starting from this candlestick, di ba? Tinamaan na yan kasi nandito na yung candle. So, running trade na yan. So, bago pa mangyari yung move na yan, syempre, nakalagay na ako ng stop loss. And the professional way of placing stop loss is use an ATR of 1.5. Okay? For some people, 1 lang. Pero, again, for me, lalo na ako short term, medyo tight yun, di ba? So, you have to consider kasi yung sudden news, kung ano man. But, ang point doon, that is a different story kasi pag may volatility involvement ng news, di ba? Pero, provided normal yung galaw ng market, walang news, whatever, walang fundamentals in terms of high impact news. Okay, so average na ginagamit ko is 1.5. So, for me, by experience, alam ko na kung saan, di ba? And, by structure, okay, normally, ang gagawin nyo is, hanapin nyo yung lowest point, okay? I mean, lowest structural level from your recent trend. So, ito yun, di ba? So, parang lalabas, meron kang low, high, higher low, higher high. So, the higher low level would be, ito, di ba? Yan. So, diyan ako simula magbibilang ng 1.5 na ATR. So, let's say, from that, kukunin ko yung sa high low, yung pinakamalaking candle na nagpo-provide ng volatility. So, in this sense, given from this 1, 2, 3, diba? Ito yung candle na yan, yung pinakamalaking candle. So, kukunin ko, itatapat ko dyan yung cursor ko para makita ko yung ATR value niya. Okay? From the past 14 candles. Mula dito. So, lalabas, that would be 8. Okay? So, 8 or 8.6, diba? So, that would be 8 pips. Okay? So, since 1.5, ano bang kalahati ng 8? As 0.5 ng ratio ko ng ATR. 4, diba? So, that would be 12 pips. Magbibilang ka ng 12 pips. Okay? Mula saan? Mula dito sa higher low level mo na yan. Okay? So, ibig sabihin yan, kung paano mo siya ginagawa ng amateur ka, dagdagan mo lang ng 1.5 ATR. Okay? So, let's say, the amateur way, di ba? Kung wari dito, ang entry ko, definitely, na-trigger na ako, di ba? Around this level. So, running trade na yan. Tama? So, ngayon, replay ko lang to para lang i-turbo. Alright. So, again, adjust lang natin. So, usually, kapag naglalagay ng stop loss yung mga amateur, di ba? So, that means, normally, naglalagay kayo below structure, okay? And then, naglalagay tayo ng allowance, let's say, 5 pips. So, from this, gagawa natin ng, let's say, from this 10, plus add tayo ng 5, diba? So, that will be 15. Okay? Amateur way. Alright? Mula dito, in-reference ko na dun sa higher low, itong lowest point na yan. Okay? So, let's say, ito yung amateur way of placing stop loss. Okay? The professional way of SL, okay, is, since yung ATR natin dito sa pinakamalaki is 8, and 1.5 of that would be plus 4, diba? So, that would be 12. So, itong 15, dagdagan ko ng 12, roughly. So, that would be around 20, 27, something like that. Okay. Okay, close natin sa 28. So, more or less 28. Let's say 28 para walang para even number. Right? Okay. So, ito yung professional way of placing SL. So, lalabas na yung SL mo should be lowest nung last swing low mo. Okay, lowest swing low mo dun sa structure. Hindi sa higher low. Okay, it's the lowest point. So, ito yung professional way of placing stop loss. So, that means, kung nasa amateur way ka, may allowance ka na 5 pips on an average given by your lowest point. Diba kanina stop out ka? Okay, so tingnan natin to. Okay, so mga amateur get stopped out, they would think na mali sila sa trade. Alright? Okay, so in a sense, mawalan sila ng confidence. Okay, ayusin lang natin tong TP. Let's make it 1:3. Okay. Sorry. 1:3 RR. Yan, para lang sakto. Okay, 1:3 risk-to-reward ratio. So, mga amateur, dahil nga sa tingin nila tama yung placement stop loss due to this higher-low structure and then nag-add lang sila ng allowance, enough na yon. Okay, sasabihin ng iba for professional way, sir, ang laki ng stop loss mo, that would be too much risk. Ika nga. Again, that's the point. Because I do have an information nung volatility dahil nga sa ETR. So, hindi kasi pwedeng i-fix mo lang lagi na 25 pips lang, 10 pips, yung inyong stop loss. Kasi ang structure at volatility ng market nagbabago-bago as time pass by. Okay? So, that means, from the average 14 candles, meron akong average 8 pips. Nakalaki. And since 1.5 yung gagamitin, that will be 12 pips in addition to your normal stop loss. So, I will have plenty of room para hindi masayang setup mo. And you will still be able to take advantage of the movement ng market. Okay? So, ito yung pro way of placing stop loss around here. So, tingnan natin. So, ngayon, nagka-consolidate. Even went down. Diba nga, kung talagang tama ang placement mo at mali ka ng placement, ito pa lang, you got stopped out and you will definitely mawawala yung confidence mo, di ba? So kailangan meron ka talagang enough room para sa market volatility ka nga. So now the market started to catch up on the right direction. Yun. Okay? So you see, if I have a very tight stop loss without knowing the volatility information, I would have been stopped out on the early stage ng trade ko. And sayang yung ginawa kong chain of events breakout strategy, di ba? So that's why tool can be a good thing as a guide, but you don't need tool para magsabi sa'yo ng buy and sell. Okay? Just take advantage of the tool. Ika nga. That's why I'm sharing it with you to your benefit. Okay? Kasi ngayon, I do have more experience na kaya alam ko na yung tamang paglalagay ng stop loss. Alright? So, but I am sure na I have plenty of room para sa market volatility na yan. And one basic approach is gumamit ka nga ng ETR. And one of that is 1.5 rate nung average true range mo. Not 1. Okay? It's good to have 1.5. Okay? So, since short term naman yan, I think kaya naman yan ng usual account nyo. Diba? So, kaya, again, use ATR to your advantage, but don't use ATR just so, di ba, na maging kampante ka, okay? You still have to know yung structures nyo, okay? So, again, this is just a short video para mapakita sa inyo na breakout, okay, lalo na kung short term, has a certain chain of events. May pagkakasunod-sunod lang yan. So, kung titignan natin yung daily natin, simula tayo kanina, diba? I managed to take profit in this follow through candlestick. So, yung impulsive move na taas na yan is nasabayan ko. Dahil sinisilip ko siya sa lower time frame. Okay? I'm just following the same rule na ginagawa ko from daily, H1, and down to my execution time frame, which is 5 minutes. Right? Alright, so again, I hope this lesson is quite clear sa mga na-stop out lagi dyan and how you can take advantage of using ATR. Alright, at the same time, I hope may natutunan naman kayo when it comes to mastering your breakout strategy. So, nothing special naman sa breakout strategy. It's just that people don't know how to utilize their time frames and incorporating wrong approach kahit masabihin mong marunong ka break and retest. Again, probably, you are using that to a different or a less probable way of doing it. So, again, pinakita ko sa inyo how you can use break and retest on a short-term perspective trading. Alright? So thank you so much to all my TFP VIP champion students all over the globe, subscribers, followers, and sa lahat po ng sumusuporta. So God bless. See you all on the next videos. Bye-bye.
Alright guys, so I just want to inform and announce that our TFE VIP Champion Student private Discord community is already up. And yeah, here we have several channels wherein we share our technical trading ideas among each other. And of course, we also have our weekly trade ideas para sa ating mga weekly forecast para sa mga currency pairs and some announcement section. And of course, since tayo ay global, of course, we have other students as well na galing sa mga ibang bansa overseas. So, we introduce ourselves and introduce kung saan tayo galing, sa bansa tayo ngayon, OFW man o hindi. But nevertheless, this is a healthy community para mag-share ng mga trading ideas para sa inyo guys. And hopefully, I will be putting up a server publicly para sa mga baguhan naman and those mga followers and subscribers natin. Alright? So yeah, this is just a minor announcement, and hopefully, guys, you can join us and make this community grow, lalo na sa ating mga estudyante nag-aaral. Alright, guys, so mga baguhan pa lang. But nevertheless, everyone here wants to learn, wants to make profit from the market, but as much as possible, we're all equal in the eyes of the market. Alright, guys, so that would be it. So, yun lang, and thank you very much. Right, bye-bye.